How we doing tonight, everyone? Thank you for coming in. We're going to let everyone get in, start rolling in. Do me a huge favor, everybody. If you'll go ahead and swipe to the right and share this out, I would greatly appreciate it. L Block, Danielle, Raider Ross, Stinger, Jen, VitK. Good to see everybody coming in. Thank you so very much for joining. Thank you so very much for joining. Radio Control Tucker, Trucker, been making videos. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming in. Yoliud, good to see you as well. Thank you for being here. Jen Olson, 2012, thank you for sharing on Twitter. Danielle, thank you for sharing on Facebook. I really appreciate it. My name is Matt Crane at I Am Matt Crane across the board on all social media channels. And I'm so excited to be here with you tonight on the Power of Great live stream series brought to you by the Power of Great Network and Rush Impact Marketing. So excited to see everybody here. Thank you so very much. My name is Matt Crane. I am the creator and founder of the Power of Great. Every single night, Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, we bring you different types of complimentary training. Becky, thank you for being here. Brooke Maddox, thank you for coming in. I really appreciate you being here as well. And the past 2 weeks, we've done the power of prospecting, really laying out how to become a better prospector online, how to prospect on Facebook, on Twitter, and we're going to talk Pinterest. We did Instagram. So we're talking Pinterest tonight, and I think for a lot of people, Pinterest is a big confusing factor. You know, I know that my man Ben making videos sent me an Instagram post, and he said, hey, I know we're going over Pinterest tonight. I just got it today. I kind of felt like it might not be my thing. And I wanted to really lay into Pinterest tonight because, like I said, Tania, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I think for the most part, a lot of people just don't understand the platform. And I think that's what's happening across the board with a lot of these social media channels is there's a lot of just misconceptions of how to use it. So once again, if you haven't already shared this out, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the likes. I really appreciate each and every one of you being here. Once again, my name is Matt Crane at I Am Matt Crane across the board on all social media channels. I am the creator and founder of the Power of Great. Every week, the mission of the Power of Great is to help you recognize that your current situation is not your defining moment. I offer business development, sales, marketing, social media, growth hacking strategies, all these different things. And I truly say I'm a business development growth hacker. I can help you really build the infrastructure for your business. It's going to lead to long-term profitability. It's going to help you create the life of great that you've always wanted. And so I want to talk tonight about Pinterest. So let's talk about key statistics. So Pinterest by the numbers before we get into the content tonight. Is it launched in 2010. It currently has 110 million monthly active users. Radio Control Trucker, thank you so very much. We're going to lay the groundwork tonight on Pinterest, so I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for sharing. So currently 110 million monthly active users. Tara Tizzy, thank you for being here. I'm so excited to have you. I know you're new, so whomever invited you here, thank you for believing enough in their invite to join us right here on the Power of Great live stream series. My complimentary training series. We do business, sales, marketing, social media, motivation, inspiration, you name it. Over 50 billion pins have been submitted to the application. The user count, 71% are primarily female, 29% are primarily male. Super Busy Dad, A Doodle, thanks for being here. So when you want to start breaking down the age groups, thank you for sharing on Twitter, Tara. I really appreciate that. I'm great, Super Busy Dad. Thanks for being here. Firecatcher, thanks for being here. So when you want to break down Pinterest by the users, 34% of all Pinterest users range in the ages of 18 to 29. 28% range from 30 to 49. 27% 50 to 64. And 17% 65 plus. So the average website visit per pin is 6. This is a key statistic to pay attention to. The average website visit per pin is 6, meaning that for every pin, 6 people visit the website. So what Pinterest really allows you to do is drive people to another specific place of content. Website drive is huge on Pinterest. 98 minutes per month were spent on the application by users and is expected to grow to 200 million monthly active users by 2017. Pinterest by no means is going anywhere. So the first thing when we talk about how to become a better prospector on Pinterest, how to really better use the Pinterest platform, what we want to talk to you about tonight is you want to use Pinterest more like a marketer, not an advertiser. So when you really see the way people are using social media, a lot of people are more advertising things than marketing things. And it's really a shift in the way that people are going to receive your information. So people receive marketing better than they receive advertising. And I know many of you are thinking, well, what's the difference? Well, when you think of advertising, advertisement is really more of a, here it is. It's really more of a description. Marketing is really more of an emotion, a feeling, forcing you to create an action, more of an activity base than it is anything. So what you really want to do is you want to use Pinterest like a marketer, not an advertiser, meaning you want to market your business on Pinterest. So 59% of Pinterest users click on pins that go to blog posts, articles, and photos. So I want you to think about, what are you using Pinterest for? So if over half of the users are really clicking on pins that go to blog posts, articles, and photos, then what they're doing is they're using Pinterest to identify areas that they want to go surf. Instead of surfing the web, they're actually going to Pinterest, and based on what Pinterest piques their interest, pardon the play on words there, then they're driving. So as a prospector, okay, so Brooke Maddox says it helps you figure out SEO. Those related words are keywords you should be using. Absolutely. Absolutely. So what it does is that now you're able to specifically drive people to your information. So once again, users are really coming to Pinterest for more targeted things, recipes, ideas, clothing. Maybe they want some business advice. Well, they know that because Pinterest is very graphical and it offers clickability. Okay, clickability is a word that I think I just made up. Then what happens? It's driving you to specific areas. So think about if you're putting a blog post on Pinterest, or if you pin a blog post on Pinterest, you're creating engagement with that user, but now that user is then clicking off of you and going to here. So you want to be very strategic in that information. More prefer content over brands or shopping sites. Right? So Jen says it helps you target your audience too better than Twitter due to hashtags. Right, because now, you're exactly right, Jen. So once again, Jen's talking about how to prospect better. Because it's more targeted, you can hold people in your information longer. Where hashtags are an important research tool for Twitter, you're still competing with a lot of masses. Where when you go to Pinterest, you can target people more specifically to your information and then drive them to other areas of your information. Second point, more prefer content over brands or shopping sites. Think about that. It's very content driven. Okay? Link pins to relevant and compelling content to improve the growth of your sales funnel. So you want to link pins that are relevant to who you are, what you do, and why people should do it with you. So once again, you're controlling that target audience. You're really getting very specific in ways in which you're controlling the traffic on the platform. You also want to make your content highly visible so you can win clicks. So it's creating boards. We're going to get into that here shortly. But you want to make sure that what you're putting on Pinterest in the forms of graphics, in the forms of material, it's very eye-catching. It's very marketable. If people want to be in part of it, once again, it's creating that emotion, it's creating that reaction and that engagement. And now you're going to really get very specific. So when you want to start, Lisa Halls, thanks for being here. So the first thing that you want to do is you really want to look at Pinterest in forms of categories. So you really want to get categorical with the way that you have your boards on your Pinterest account. So you might want to have a Pinterest. So for instance, with me, I have business development. RT Sanders, thanks for being here. I have motivational quotes. I might have men's clothing. I might have millennial fashion. And all that category now becomes a specific area. Thank you, Brooke, for that tidbit. Guys, interact in the chat box. If I happen to not read it all, I'm going to stay true to the content tonight, but make sure we're interacting inside of this. Yes, thank you so very much, Ortiz. I really appreciate you, my friend. So, once again, everyone that's coming in, my name is Matt Crane I am Matt Crane across the board on all social media channels. I am the creator and founder of the Power of Great Network, where every single week, every day, we help you recognize that your current situation is not your defining moment. I do a complimentary training every Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, on business, sales, marketing, social media, motivation, inspiration, you name it. And tonight we're talking about the power of prospecting on Pinterest, how to use Pinterest more effectively for your prospecting. So you want to categorize your boards. By categorizing your boards, once again, you're identifying to the audience that you have content that's specifically related to something that they're looking for. You're specifically driving them to an area of things that they want, things that they want to see. Now it's your job, based on the categories, to make it visually acceptable. You want to market that. So think in terms of order of importance, not chronological order. So what you really want to do is, as you study the marketplace or trends or the way things are moving or specific things within inside of your particular niche, you want to get very important driven instead of chronologizing everything. So instead of like, well, this post is first, this post is second, this post is third, think in terms of good, better, best, right? Best, better, good. Always remember. Okay, so here's what I'll say, Radio Control Trucker, to your question. Your same audience on Facebook may not be your same audience on Pinterest. Your same audience on Facebook is not your same audience on Twitter. It's all about what kind of engagement you're getting, and what particular type of audience are you attracting, and are you specifically able to target. So what I say is that with all these different social mediums, the fact that Pinterest is going to grow, to 200 million by 2017, with all these other things that are going to happen, lets me know that I need to be a player on Pinterest. So you want to keep users involved through specific content, pin boards. So you want to make sure you're constantly updating your pin boards. You're keeping them up to speed. You're keeping them fresh. You're rotating that information. They're not going in and seeing the same curriculum over and over and over again. You want to make sure that you're very, very strategic in the way you're marketing your content. 52% of daily users pull up Pinterest pins on their mobile phone to assist in their in-store purchases. So I want you guys to think in terms of how can your Pinterest board help solve a problem for someone. Hey, you might have someone that's inside of a store and they pop up Pinterest and they might go to your board and you might have pinned something that solves a problem for them. So once again, as an effective prospector, now what you're doing is you're providing a solution, which does what? Builds credibility with the user base. Now you become an influencer for that individual. And what then happens? They now start going through the rest of your pin boards and you're driving them to other places where all your other content is. So once again, prospecting is not just, hey, let me find you, let me do this, let me do that. So Radio Control Trucker, you definitely want to get to my YouTube channel and definitely look at all the videos that I've dropped on the recent past week and a half on these particular platforms. I really go into depth on hashtags. And so you definitely want to do that on my YouTube channel and watch all those videos. So there again, prospecting. An effective prospector solves a problem. Experts solve problems. Gurus solve problems. So I think that is that's very important. So number 2, you want to build relationships with influencers. Everybody's like, well, I just heard that last night. Well, absolutely. Once again, one of the most utilized forms of quick access to mass credibility opportunities is to build relationship with influencers. How do you do that on Pinterest? You want to repin their information to your stuff. You want to find influencers that jive with your overall message, that does not confuse your niche market or your particular prospect base, and then you want to repin their content. What happens is now you are starting to build credibility by becoming a content curator. We talked about it last night. You don't always have to create content. Curate it. A lot of people on social media have done all the hefty lifting for you. You just have to be a better marketer and curate their content, give them the credit for it, make sure you're giving them their just deserves, and you're rewarding them by putting their information in front of a different audience. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if I send Brooke to a pin that I wanted to put up for my man Grant Cardone, she's going to remember that Matt drove her to that information that helped her solve a problem at that particular moment. Or maybe it was something that she needed to see. Now, whether she does business with me or not, it's totally up to me at that point. How do I create follow-ups? How do I stay engaged with her? But more importantly, I'm more concerned with, am I helping solve problems for her through Pinterest? Remember, Pinterest is very engaged and visually and emotionally inactive for people. You need to market these pins to become a great Pinterest user. So you want to build influencer relationships right away. Number 2, you want to convert your account from a personal account to a business account. Why is this important? That baseline analytic usage. Okay? Once again, anytime you have a business account on a social media site, it gives you the opportunity to use the analytical tool. That analytical tool is going to offer you great insight on who's visiting, what age groups are more engaged with your particular post, what times people are viewing your pins, how many clicks you're getting on certain things. And what you're doing is you're now building an infrastructure of how people are responding to your Pinterest account. What it really says to me is that, am I pinning enough? Am I creating or curating the right content? Have I found my niche market on Pinterest? And am I marketing those Pinterest boards correctly? See, because social media is so fast-paced, there's such an abundance, right? Sage Cryptic, how you doing? Craig Meyer, great to see you. There's such an abundance, right, of information that, hey, if people have to search for your stuff too much, they're just going to go and find it very quickly. So you want to become a great marketer. So Pinterest, ladies and gentlemen, is another great tool because, man, it's got proven data. It's also one of those places that not a lot of people are really think about it. In terms of user count, 100 million users, that's still relatively fresh. So it's a great place for some of you to get on the platform and really hit a home run. Really hit a home run. So by switching to that business account, you now have that analytical data opportunity. You really want to become a great researcher and study that information. And then finally, what we talked about, number 3, is you want to specify your Pinterest boards for your business. So specify your Pinterest boards for your business. And so, when you're going through and you're creating boards, yes, you want to have motivational quotes. But for me, I might want to have motivational business quotes. I want to have sales motivational quotes, marketing motivational quotes, millennial father motivational quotes, all these different things. And what it does is it specifies and it allows me to know that as people are coming into that Pinterest board, it's because they're specifically looking for it, number 1. Number 2, they found something that engaged them there. And number 3, they specifically enjoyed what they were looking at. So what it really boils down to is that we could sit here all night long and go over the who's, the what's, the when's, and the how's. But what it really boils down to is, yes, you definitely want to specify the Pinterest boards. You want to get very detailed. Because if I just put business development, okay, most people have no idea what all business development really entails to. You just simply want to go, Big Mitch, you just simply want to go into it and know it's free. It's just like they did with Instagram. You just simply edit your profile and switch over to your business account. So do you want to have the same content on all social media, including Pinterest? So once again, Becky, here's what I always say. Multiple points of distribution. It's just different ways you distribute that content. So the way that I look at it is that I want to have a lot of consistency through all of my social media channels, but I also know that certain content is going to be viewed differently on Facebook than it will be on Twitter. So while I am repurposing a lot of content on different places, I'm going to add a different spin on how I target it or market it to that particular social media site. So for instance, if I put on Facebook, Facebook is very video and graphic generated. A lot of people respond to videos and pictures on Facebook a lot. So it's okay for me to get very detailed in the messaging, so that way if people miss things inside the video or the picture, they can then refer back to the taglines and read all kind of the context. Where if you take that same post and go to LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is driven more from a professional standpoint, where a lot of CEOs, CFOs, and high-level executives are at, they want brevity. So you got to get very detailed and targeted and very specific with what you're writing, and then pop your content on there. So with Pinterest, I might take the same thing from Pinterest, but I create a nice visual aid. Okay? So think about Pinterest being your digital flyer for your business at all times. But the only kicker is that you can now link back that social media and very visual digital business card to a place that you want people to go see other stuff. So for instance, what I'm going to be doing with Pinterest a lot moving forward is taking a lot of my blog posts and creating nice graphical Pinterest board content and then creating a link back to my blogs on Pinterest, because I know a lot of people are driven to blog sites from Pinterest. So it's going to be a great way for me to improve the visibility of my blogs, which then does what? Leads me to being able to have more signups for my email list. Because inside my website, IamMattCrane.com, you're going to get a prompt to sign up for my email newsletter. And inside that newsletter, now people are going to get complimentary videos, blogs, updates, all these things. But Pinterest gives me a great opportunity to drive traffic to that because it's already told me the users are doing that. So while I'm still going to put my blog on Facebook because over 1.6 billion users, it has the longest reach, I'm just going to switch my content up. So did that answer your question, Becky? I am now at the point where I definitely want to take questions from the audience and from the viewers. Thank you so very much. I'm in the process of creating images with my blog and Pinterest too. Perfect, Jen Olson. Thank you for that. So would you agree with my assessment on using Pinterest for a better way to drive visual eyeballs to your blog? Awesome, Becky. Thank you. If you put coaching in the search bar, the first word underneath is the most highly search related. Thank you. How do you stay so motivated to always do this day in and day out, brother? I committed. So like my man Grant Cardone says, you overcommit, over-deliver. So what it really forces me to do, Jay, is it really forces me to stay up to date on my content, become a practitioner of what I preach. But because this is a service that I offer complimentary, I also offer training and mentoring and coaching on this particular topic. So it's important for me to always be able to show potential targets or prospects that I do have that I do have the reach and do know what I'm talking about on these particular platforms. How many pins do you have, Matt, and followers? I'll tell you right now, Pinterest is one of my weakest social media accounts. I have no idea how many pins I put up and no idea how many followers. I have really misunderstood the value of Pinterest. So thank you, Quell Peterson, for inviting your followers and for being here. Thank you so very much. So me personally, I know that it's something that I've got to do a better job. So obviously this training is for me tonight as well. So absolutely. Guys, Tammy D. Crane, my lovely bride, has joined us. Thank you for joining, babe. I really appreciate that. Budibi, is Medium the best way to post blogs? How do you recommend posting blogs? So, been making videos. That's something I definitely want to answer. However, I want to make sure I don't miss any Pinterest questions right now. Craig, I definitely was listening. Absolutely. I definitely was listening. So once again, everyone, my name is Matt Crane at I Am Matt Crane across the board on all social media channels. Thank you, Raider Raw. I appreciate you, buddy. I use it as a blogger. All these. Awesome. Thank you, Brooke. Okay, any other questions that we might have? I only have about 77 followers. I've always just played with it. So if your names are not the same across the boards, would you start with fresh accounts? First of all, Firecatcher, I would look to see if I can update the current accounts I have with a username. But the easiest way to keep traffic from getting confused on who you are, what you do, and where you are going to be is you got to have the same username. At I Am Matt Crane across the board on all social media channels leaves no doubt on what you guys are going to find when you type in at I Am Matt Crane. So all my social media channels are going to pull up, and that way now I'm not losing out on a lot of opportunities. So, you know, for instance, I'm on Google right now. Let me see if I can show you guys this really quickly. So guys, just to prove the point here, let me take my phone out. Uh-oh. So as you can see here, I typed in at I Am Matt Crane. Not only did my Twitter account pull up, all my videos pulled up, images pulled up. Now you got my old website. You've got Instagram. You've got Iconosquare. You've got, look at all these different Snapchat, Peripreneurs, Power of Great Podcast, live events. So there you have it. That's the first page of Google, by the way. So that's the first page of Google, by the way. Thank you, Miss Career IT. I appreciate you, hon. So if you see that, then that's what happens. So yes, absolutely. Jason Hodge, how you doing, my man? Great to see you, buddy. So, so what I definitely want to let everyone know, too, is, first of all, once again, my name is Matt Crane at I Am Matt Crane across the board on all social media channels. And Jason Hodge, great to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Guys, Jason Hodge is a phenomenal periscoper. He's known as Jason Hodge, media hacker at the Jason Hodge. I found him just recently, but the guy's great. I love what he does and his content. If you can get your name on all social media channels, it helps with branding. Absolutely. So, why Pinterest? Why did I want to do a training on Pinterest tonight? Well, for three very particular reasons. Number one, it's my weak point. And as a leader and as someone in the industry that I would consider to be an influence, it's important that, hey, I can learn just as much from these trainings as you can. As I do this training tonight and as I talk about the power of prospecting on this particular platform, I'm also learning how to better use the platform because I'm getting some invaluable tips from Jen Olson, from Becky Rowley, from Brooke. I'm getting so many great nuggets, and all I did was to create the platform. Because that content stays around a lot longer. Thank you, Brooke. So as you can see, okay, I know how to research, I know how to put together presentations, and I know exactly the value of Pinterest, but it's still a weak point of mine. So a lot of what I want you guys to also learn inside, so subconsciously inside of all these trainings is an opportunity for you to see how powerful live stream is for your own personal development. So even though I'm bringing the platform and I'm able to create opportunities for us to have these conversations, there's people like Brooke who obviously understand Pinterest at a higher level. And I'm learning from her right now inside of all these platforms. Thank you, Jen. What is the number one thing you plan on working on for your Pinterest account, Matt Crane? Number one thing is I will be using Pinterest to drive blog site traffic. That's the very first thing I'm going to do. Is that I've misread the value of Pinterest for that. So I'm definitely going to up my game on driving blog-specific traffic from Pinterest. Absolutely. So once again, I want to thank everyone for being here tonight on the Power of Great live stream series. Look, I keep the replays up for 24 hours. Then after that, I send them to YouTube. And all you would have to do is simply get to my YouTube channel. You just want to look up YouTube, Matt Crane, at I am Matt Crane, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Then that way, you can stay up to speed with all these video replays and you don't lose anything, and it gives you a better opportunity to really extract the information and learn from them. So I definitely want to take a few more questions, about 3 more minutes for questions if anybody has any. I want to thank everyone for being here. Thank you for the hearts, for the shares, for the likes. Once again, my name is Matt Crane, at I am Matt Crane across the board on all social media channels. Creator and founder of The Power of Great, and the message and the mission is simple. We want to help you recognize that your current situation is not your defining moment. Get over to IamMattCrane.com. Check out the website that I'm still currently developing. But inside of that, you'll see all the different areas in which I serve people, in which I currently serve clients, trainings, opportunities to speak. I will be in Las Vegas in 2 days. I will be speaking at the Growth Hacking Conference with entrepreneurs from around the world. I was talking to my man PJ Quinn from Ireland today. They're on a plane heading in. I've got folks coming in from London. So many people that are going to be there, and we're going to have an amazing time. Really break out. I'm launching a new series and a new concept at this event called the Business Development Blueprint. So it's really going to be an awesome opportunity for. When do I leave Tennessee? We fly out Thursday evening. I'm confirming all my flights and stuff tonight, actually. So really excited about that. Going to spend a couple of days out there. Probably not going to get any play done at all. Going to be all work related. But I am excited. My wife will be with me as well, so she'll get to enjoy all the fun and festivities. She'll probably get to enjoy more of it than I will. So yeah. Any other questions I can answer for anyone tonight? So I want to thank everyone again for being here on the Power of Great live stream series. Thank you for allowing me to continue to serve you through this platform. My mission is just to offer you advice, tips, information, and training that's going to allow you to become better and more efficient in how you operate with your business. You know, if you have a brick and mortar business, you still cannot read the opportunities that online channels allow you to use to expand your reach, grow your prospect base, and have a better and more efficient way to market and advertise your product. So, 2 things. Definitely want to make sure you guys are following me across the board on all social media channels. And most certainly, I want you to get to iTunes, SoundCloud, or Stitcher Radio and download and subscribe to the Power of Great podcast. Every week I have different individuals that we interview from business, success, entrepreneurship, life, professional, personal development, everything. Will you use the same image on your blog post, or will you create new images for Pinterest? I'm definitely going to look to create new images for Pinterest because once again it's changing up. It's changing up for the particular content on those. Awesome, Brooke. That's what I hope for. Raquel, if you could put your question back up. Last week it was Nikki Ortega. I am going to be announcing her gift tomorrow night. So Nikki Ortega was the winner last week. She destroyed hearts. But I'll put up on the list on who had the most hearts, who had the most engagement with post or with interaction, and then who also had the most comments. So if I change my usernames, I won't lose my followers. No, the only time you'll lose followers is if you change your accounts. If you can update your username and keep the same account, all your followers know is that you changed your username. So I definitely want to say once again, thank you so very much for your hearts, for your shares, for your likes. I saw a ton I saw a ton of screenshots earlier, which was impressive. I really appreciate that as well. As far as content, cameras, lighting, etc. Yes, so Raquel, if you would like for me to do a particular Periscope on creating video content, I most certainly will do that for you as well. And if you guys have not gotten into the link in my Periscope bio before we shut this down for the night, the link in my Periscope bio is an opportunity for you to join my complimentary training and business builders inner circle called the Power of Great Inner Circle. What it really gives you an opportunity to do is get inside an exclusive and complimentary training atmosphere where you're meeting people of like minds that are networking, creating business. More importantly, we're offering exclusive training and complimentary opportunities that particular group specifically gets, because you got to reward people who are looking to learn more and grow more and are willing to take extra chances to do so. So I completely missed that last question. I apologize. Becky, thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Is that what the Facebook group or is different? It's the same Facebook group, yes. Awesome, Raquel. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate that and look forward to serving you more in that complimentary group. Mahogany D, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. We're just getting ready to wrap up. So we've talked about the power of Pinterest. You definitely want to check out the replay. So everyone that's on the replay on the web, I want to say thank you so very much for that. Guys, tonight's episode is proudly brought to you by the Power of Great Network, as well as the folks at Rush Impact Marketing. My man Jeremy Warner, they are instrumental in a lot of the behind the scenes that goes on with the Power of Great, and I'm so honored and proud to work alongside with a great team like Jeremy Warner and the folks at Rush Impact Marketing. So, yes, thank you, Mahogany D. I really appreciate you being in. Are you going to Scope or Facebook Live in Vegas? Absolutely. You guys will see me jump on a lot of different Scopes, a lot of different Facebook Live messages. I've had a lot of people already reach out to me that want to do some dual messages and stuff. So you guys are going to see tons of pictures, tons of videos. And if you didn't think you saw enough of me already, then obviously I'm going to ramp it up in Vegas, because, I mean, come on, it's Vegas. So this will actually be my very first time to Vegas, so I'm very excited about that as well. Thank you, Greg from Canada. My man, Greg, thank you, buddy. I really appreciate you being here, and thank you for enjoying this Periscope. It's a pleasure and an honor for me to be able to share, serve, and connect with so many awesome people like yourself and just all of you that come in and engage and encourage and promote the message that I'm really wanting to get across, because that's really what it's all about. That's what the Power of Great really is all about. It's helping you recognize that your current situation is not your defining moment. Everyone have an amazing night. I look forward to continuing serving you, and tomorrow night we're going to talk about the power of prospecting on LinkedIn. Yeah, the fun is just getting started. LinkedIn's a strong platform, so I'm excited about you guys and gals joining me tomorrow night again for the Power of Great Prospecting, and we're going to talk about how to become a more efficient prospector on LinkedIn. Everyone, make sure you're visiting my website, IamMattCrane.com. You definitely want to get to the Power of Great podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. If anything, I would just love for you to listen to an episode and leave me a review. And make sure you're hitting the link in my Periscope bio, and we're connected in our business development inner circle, the Power of Great Inner Circle, where it's all about we. It's never about me. Everybody have an amazing night. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.